Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the Visconti W110 Grand Cruise. This is part of their larger dive watch collection, and this uses a bronze case. And this watch is made in Florence. Visconti, to many people, is a writing instrument maker. They also make watches, and their goal is to make very interesting, bold watches. If this looks weird and different to you, well, that's on purpose. There was a really great Italian watch brand that still exists called Anonimo that was sort of modern Panerai-esque. And Anonimo still exists today, but the sort of previous Anonimo, their case makers now work with Visconti, and that's where you get some of these cool, interesting cases, especially the bronze ones. The Grand Cruise has a really cool case, actually. I find it interesting. I like these lugs are actually inspired by a bridge, I believe. They're skeletonized, so you can see right through there. It's got a nice, cool, chunky look, and this crown is meant to, I think, evoke various types of pieces of diving gear, valves, and things of that nature. If you're a diver, you'll look at this, and it looks like things that would be like on a dive suit. This version of the Grand Cruise, or this Grand Cruise, has an interesting movement. The movement is not Italian. It is a Swiss movement. What's interesting is, even though I'm sure they could have done Swiss made, they chose to say made in Florence on the dial. You can see that there in the subsidiary second time zone dial. So this movement, it's a base Swiss movement. It's very nicely decorated perlage. Again, I really like the case back. It's an automatic. And there's a module on there which offers a big date indicator and a second time zone. A little bit of a quirky kind of system here. I'm actually going to unscrew the crown and pull it out. It's got this interesting blue ring there. So if you pull the crown out all the way, you can go ahead and just adjust the time. And you can see when you adjust the time, it also adjusts the time of the second time zone. So that's when you pull it out 2 stops. You pull it out 1 stop, and you turn it one direction, and you're going to adjust, let's see here, adjust the date. Okay, you can see there I'm adjusting the big date. And if you turn the other direction, nothing happens. But what's interesting is, let's see, what am I doing here? So there we go. So if I adjust, there we go, that's what it was. So when I adjust the time in one direction, the hour hand of the second time zone does not move. So if I go this way, the hour hand does move. If I go this way, the hour hand doesn't move. So it was kind of a different system for setting the second time zone, but the idea is that you would go ahead and leave this one where you want it to be. So for example, you would keep it at there, it's about, almost about 4:30 there, and you would then adjust you adjust the main time to go with it. So you basically here, if I wanted to make sure that I adjusted just the main time, I would do it backwards so that the reference time stays. And again, it's a little bit of a funny way of doing it, but basically if you're just the main time, set it backwards, and if you're adjusting both the time zones, then you can move it forward. Again, a little bit of a quirky system. It's workable, kind of interesting. The case is large, it's 45 millimeters wide, again in bronze. And bronze is cool because over time it tends to age and patina and look differently. Really nice strap. Visconti always has cool straps, and I like them. This one is just a nice one. Of course, the strap is made in Italy. Not a bronze buckle, but that would have been cool. I don't think I see a lot of bronze buckles. You actually don't want that, and there's a reason the case back is steel, and that's because when bronze has contact with skin, I believe there's a physical reaction that can make it green and can leave green on your skin. So let's put the watch on there. Actually could have made it all the way tight. Definitely different looking. I can pull this off. I like these kind of wild designs. Definitely not for everyone, and it's not trying to be for everyone. There's all kinds of little funny things there. It looks like there's a rotating bezel. It's not. It has compass directions on there, and again, given the lugs and things like that, the screws to hold it in are actually asymmetric, which is again an interesting kind of quirk. Also, again, with the asymmetric crown there. So again, this is the Visconti W110 Grand Cruise, bronze case, interesting movement. Don't have the price right now, and we will include the price in the written review, of course, which you can see on aBlogtoWatch.com soon. Thanks.